Greetings, fellow Gorehounds and Fright Knights and Frights Templar and anything in between. This is the Horror Guru, and
this is Count Jackula.
And we just got done with Days of the Dead in sunny Burbank, California. Oh man, this is quite the fucking trip, wasn't it, man?
Yeah, it was really good. Let's see, who all did we meet? We, of course, met Camille Keaton of I Spit on Your Grave.
She was the first person we met.
She was the first person we talked to.
I'm Camille Keaton, and I'm here with Count Jackula, and I'm of I Spit on Your Grave, the original movie.
Then it was Felicia Rose, who played Angela from Sleepaway Camp.
Who is the nicest mom on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
My penis?
Yes. Absolutely.
It was all about my dick.
It was. It really was.
Absolutely. Camille Keaton was very sweet, too.
Oh, yeah. Like, the difference between Camille Keaton and Felicia Rose can probably be summed up in hyperactivity.
Absolutely.
Felicia Rose is massively hyper.
She is. Well, she's textbook actress.
Yes.
Textbook actress and extroverted.
Yeah. She's very extroverted. Loves talking with people.
Absolutely.
You know, got herself the rock star husband.
Absolutely. You know. CKY. Yeah, guitarist from CKY. For all of you out there who didn't know that, now you know. The fucking chick from Sleepaway Camp is banging the dude from CKY. So
yeah. So if any of you groupies out there have designs, like, the girl will fucking kill you.
Absolutely.
I got to meet her entire family, actually.
Yeah. Her
awesome.
daughter is adorable.
Yeah.
She was telling us how she's going to be in a horror movie too, and that she's going to kill people.
Yep.
And that she was in a horror movie, Tales from Halloween.
Yeah.
And
she did kill people in that.
Which I didn't realize that those were actually the kids of some of the actors and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Was Felicia Rose herself in Tales of Halloween? I don't think she was.
I don't recall if she was. She might have been. There was a lot of cameos in that movie.
Yeah, there really were. God, that's one we didn't do a vlog on, I don't think.
No, because it was out on Halloween and we were just busy with so much stuff that
we had to skip a video and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Which is too bad, because that would have been an optimal video to release on Halloween.
Yes, it would have.
Who else did we meet after that? I believe
we met Tony Todd.
That was true, but before Tony Todd, we met Sid Haig.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
We met Sid Haig. That was awesome.
Yes, my foreign policy is, if one American gets hurt anywhere, okay, I will go over there and turn that piece of shit country you live in into a hole in the ground.
It was fucking badass. He is, man. He's getting up there in age, and you can tell. He's getting a little slower. He's getting a little more
grumpier.
A little grumpier.
He's always grumpy, but now he's grumpier.
But when you interview him, you can tell that this is a man of infinite wisdom and experience. Yes. And you could feel it oozing off of him in every word.
Yeah.
He is a god among character actors.
Oh, yes.
And it was an honor to interview him as we did.
Yeah, it was.
Fucking great.
We didn't get to Bill Mosley is one of the guys we didn't get to talk to, because that motherfucker dodged us.
Yeah. I love Bill Mosley, but he was clearly blowing us off, which, oh well, he's a busy man. It really doesn't bother me.
No, because, like, this is the first time that's ever happened where Bill Mosley's been kind of like, no, maybe later. Because you gotta understand, this is the first time I'm approaching him not as a fan. He had all the time in the world for his fans.
Oh, absolutely. But
not so much for idiots with an internet show.
This is one of the first times we started approaching people with press passes.
Yeah.
Which was a different experience. Yeah. Some people were really open to it, some people were not, you know.
Yeah. And Bill Mosley was less open.
Yeah. He was clearly blowing us off, which, rock on, man. Like, it's cool. You were giving fans all the love in the world, and that's what matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rock on. So Bill Mosley wouldn't do it. Some others didn't want to be interviewed, like Fairuza Balk, which would have been cool.
Yep, that would have been great.
That would have been awesome.
Also, the twins from The Shining didn't really want to be interviewed either. either.
Yeah, which is too bad because they would have been a great interview.
Yeah, I was so looking forward to maybe getting that.
But we did get Tony Todd.
We did get Tony Todd,
who is, much like Felicia Rose, a fucking, like, bundle of energy and chaos and awesomeness.
Was me, there wouldn't be no Joe Louis. I was the first, Jack Johnson. I took the title from little Tommy Burns day after Christmas, 1908. If it had been the day before, they probably would have canceled Christmas.
He was, oh man, he was probably the most open and comfortable being interviewed by us the entire time.
Oh my God, yeah.
It probably helps being like a fucking foot taller than Jack, and like being like, if this interview goes south, I can always punch his fucking head off.
Yeah. Look, when you see that interview when we put it up, it looks like I am almost Tony Todd's height. I don't know how we fucking did that optical illusion, because that is a complete fucking lie. Tony Todd is gigantic.
You were standing closer to the camera and you had your boots on.
Oh, that'd be it, yeah.
Those would be the two reasons. Fucking Tony Todd, like, dominated that goddamn interview.
Oh my God, he did,
like, we didn't even have to ask questions. He was just letting forth, like, awesome information out of awesome
Also, he was the one I was really worried about, because, like, of all the people that we could potentially interview, for lack of a better way of putting it, he was the most actor.
Absolutely.
He's done Broadway. He's done movies of all stripes. He's done television.
Absolutely.
He's done everything.
Absolutely.
You know, he can sing. He can dance.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And what was most surprising about, like, actually interviewing him and talking to him is that despite his regal performances and stuff like that, he's just an awesome, chill dude.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, like.
Well, maybe not chill.
Well,
but humble.
Humble's a good way to put it.
But humble. You know, he loves the fact that he gets to do this, and that seems to be his attitude.
Absolutely. And immediately after interviewing Tony Todd, we got to interview Bernard Rose, the director of Candyman, who is such the British gentleman.
yeah, so nice.
I mean, I love to see people opened up on film. Yeah.
In all ways.
Opened from the inside out.
The difference between him and the actors is night and day, because the actors are all super extroverted. You kind of have to be.
Yeah.
You can't really be an actor and be introverted, because it kind of requires you to wear your emotions on your sleeves.
Yeah.
So even if you are an introverted actor, you kind of have to learn to be extroverted for the camera.
Yes.
But Bernard Rose is the director. He doesn't have to be extroverted, so he is naturally an introverted artist.
Yeah.
So like a huge chunk of our interview is kind of breaking him out of his shell a little bit, so that he can open up about the shit and information behind Candyman.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Tony Todd, mid-interview, threw us such a bone there.
Yeah, he did.
After interviewing Bernard Rose, we got an interview we didn't expect to get.
Holy shit, no.
So it turns out one of Jack's good friends, Anthony
Lino, who I consider one of the secret masters of convention.
Absolutely. He usually owns like a booth that has a shit ton of movies and posters and shit, and he goes to all of these horror conventions, and he's usually the guy that like would score us tables and like tickets and like rooms and shit.
Yeah, he's the guy who scored us all the stuff at Crypticon.
Absolutely. If you want to know why Jack was a guest at Crypticon, you can thank Anthony.
Yeah, it was Anthony's doing.
Absolutely. But what Anthony did this convention is he got a very special last-minute guest for the convention who actually sat at his booth doing interviews and signing shit and taking pictures with people, and that was the director of none other than a Serbian film.
Yeah.
What do you think makes it uniquely Serbian?
Everything that is in it, of course.
Oh my God! We had probably some objectively better interviews that weekend, but that was the one I was most proud of us doing.
Oh crap! Oh hell yeah! Because it's one of the few. We're one of the few people who's gotten to talk to him about it.
I know.
Like nobody talks to him about that movie.
Absolutely, and he was such a normal guy.
Yeah. It's just he is normal Eastern European guy.
And there's a little bit of loss in translation happening there, a little bit.
Yeah, there is a little bit.
You could tell, like, when we're asking questions, he had to kind of filter it through the translators so that he can answer it properly. But like, oh my God, the answers we got were great.
Yeah. That interview is very short but very sweet.
After that, we interviewed, what's the name of that movie? It was the Trauma movie.
BC Butcher.
BC Butcher.
The young 17-year-old girl who directed a movie called BC Butcher.
And she was adorable.
She was great.
And other movies with, strong female leads such as Barbarella, or girl gangs such as the Switchblade Sisters.
You were a credit to everything unholy in the world.
She was awesome.
Yeah, and all right, so here's the concept of BC Butcher. Cross caveman with Ringo Starr with Maniac and with no budget.
Yep.
And that's the movie. From Trauma, of course.
Absolutely. And what was it like that Lloyd Kaufman was saying that she was the graduate of?
She was the graduate of the Trauma School for Gifted Youth.
Yes. It was fucking awesome. We interviewed her and her stepmom, who's actually in the movie.
Yes.
The butcher has now made an altar out of my body, so this is everything he brings every day to respect and love this dead Dinah.
We had a lot of awesome moments. There was one moment when Count Jackula, the fucking prima donna he is, was spending a goddamn hour in the bathroom getting ready.
Yep.
And I was sitting outside the bathroom with all this equipment waiting for him so we can do some interviews and shit. And I assisted Tony Todd in not walking into the girls' bathroom. Because from the angle he was coming from, he couldn't tell which bathroom was the girls and which bathroom was the guys.
Yeah, that was the hazard of that convention center.
Most definitely. Like, I think a lot of people made that fucking mistake. I also ran into Sid Haig there before we even interviewed him, who was getting some candy out of the candy dispenser, and I got like my face full of Sid Haig ass, which was kind of glorious.
Oh, man.
It was everything I dreamed it to be, All right, we're starting to lose some light here. Is there anything you'd like to talk about, Jack, while we go completely dark?
Oh, God, I don't know. This is a really eventful weekend. I mean, I was really worried about Morgan when she had that car accident.
Yeah, Morgan, a.k.a. The Wire, had a car accident on Friday, which if you were at the con looking for us on Friday and wondering why we left so early, that's why.
Yeah, we were over at her place making sure she was okay.
Once we found out she had a car accident, we left the con and went straight to her place, which was like 2 hours away from the convention center.
Yeah.
At least with the traffic that was going on. So we had to go meet up with her and make sure she was okay. And her car was totaled, but she was fine, which was good.
Yeah, that was terrifying. That was really terrifying.
Absolutely.
But she was okay. We got to hang out with like her and Tony and Luke Ski.
Yeah,
I think I recorded some of that.
Tony Goldmark, a.k.a. The subject with the camera.
I've been into her since Bound.
She plays the disembodied head.
Oh, yeah.
A human head.
And Luke Ski, who some of you might know from such songs as Motherfucking T-Rex.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex. As well as many others. Like, this guy is a fucking comedy savant when it comes to music.
He's currently also one of the guys behind Mighty Magiswords.
Yes. Oh shit, yeah, we also ran into some fans the next day. Which, by the way, if you came to the con, met up with us, and got a picture with us or whatever, comment in the comment section below. Let us know so we can respond, because all of you who came out to see us, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome. Oh my God, that party.
Oh, that's right. There was the party Saturday night.
Yeah. Really amazing floor show. Best way to put it, metal penises coming sparks all over people.
Yes, that happened.
Probably the best way to describe that floor show.
Attached to real penises.
Attached to real penises.
Real erect penises.
Yeah. And it was really funny because I was watching it and I was like, oh man, it's like got the 90s all over again. Like, this is where it went. It went down to LA and started doing horror conventions.
Hell yeah. Jack got pretty wasted. And even though
it's weird. Like, I finally like I don't get to do this kind of thing too often. Yeah. I think even Anthony
Anthony came up to me and was just like, look at him smiling. I never see him like this. He needs to be in his element more often. And I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't get to be around like a lot of horror people who are just like a little nuts and are willing to just
go nuts.
Yeah. You know, do things that are like a little dangerous and a little questionable. You know, because if you're not breaking boundaries, then what are you doing? If you're not breaking boundaries, then what are you doing? Like,
absolutely,
it's what makes life worth living.
We also got to see Charlie and Haley of Monster Vlogs.
Yes, that was fun.
You know? They're great. They were
staying at their place most of the time.
Yeah, they were extremely gracious to let us stay there because we couldn't afford a hotel room on top of everything else. They enjoyed the con as well. They spent all Saturday like fucking like little kids running around like, oh, look at this, look at that. It was great.
Yeah, because it was like the first actual like horror show they'd been to.
Yeah. It was great to pop that cherry.
Yeah.
Anyway, the camera is starting to run a little hot.
All right.
So I think I'm going to close this down for now. Is there anything you would like to say to our amazing public before we sign off?
All right. As we sign off, driving off to that great good night, don't forget to creep it real.